हुआ था बाला का ट्रेलर रिलीज एंड भूमि पेडनेकर का लुक रिवील। ये लुक रिवील होते ही सोशल मीडिया एक्सप्लोडेड टॉकिंग अबाउट Bhumi Pednekar's dark complexion.
That's right. The internet just kind of went abuzz and people have different opinions, and we're going to talk about those opinions. But before that, my question to you guys is, आयुष्मान खुराना और भूमि पेडनेकर के अलावा बाला में किस दो एक्टर्स को कास्ट किए जाने चाहिए थे? डू राइट इन यूजिंग द हैशटैग एंड लेट अस नो। वेल गुंजन, you know, there was a point in time जहां पर actresses wouldn't be cast for being too dark skinned, and there was that whole uproar about that, you know, how can you discriminate against skin color, which is something that we all stood for and we all supported. We can't discriminate against someone being too dark to be cast in a film.
Right.
And now we're looking at the reverse of it, where people are saying, how can you cast a fair person in a film for a character that's actually supposed to be dark skinned?
Absolutely. I think the way the stories are being told, people want good casting to be done and
Correct.
they want fair casting to be done, pun intended, because वो चाहते हैं कि भाई अगर जिस तरह का रोल है उस तरह के एक्टर को मौका दीजिए. And I think it's a fair argument, Manish, because it is a industry जहाँ पर there is a discrimination that happens between the skin color. You won't see a lot of actresses. We've seen Nandita Das who's come forward and taken the initiative saying कि यार ये skin color discrimination has to end. Rajkumar Rao in fact has said that how he wasn't given roles, say being told कि यार आप तो थोड़े you know सावले हैं तो हम आपको हीरो में नहीं कास्ट कर सकते हैं. So I think because of that sort of history, it is sort of very important right now to question कि क्या apt casting हो रही है या नहीं.
Yeah, well, you know, I think it at the end of the day boils down to one thing. I mean, you know, in the past we've seen actresses who are always expected to be beautiful, who are always expected to be, you know, light skin colored because that seems to be more attractive to people, which is personally not my opinion. But that used to seem to be what was more attractive to people. And, you know, they had to go through all these transformations to look a certain way.
Right.
I mean, हमने देखा है that, you know, when actresses were slightly on the darker side, they weren't really accepted in the industry. When, you know, we're not talking necessarily about the male actors, because somewhere they kind of, you know, escaped this kind of discrimination. I mean, we have Rajkumar Rao as an example, but then on the other hand, you also have, you know, people who have been a part of the industry, who have been superstars and who've been also slightly dark. But I do get it. Our India's obsession for fair skin has always been existent and seems to still be within our very DNA.
Right.
Now, there is an attempt to change this. There is an attempt to make a difference, and which is what we're working towards, which is why the internet has exploded.
Right.
Because people have started saying, we're going to read out a few tweets for you guys. People have started saying a lot of things about what kind of casting should we should have gone into. MN says, I'm so sorry, but this dark makeup is so wrong. Cast dark-skinned actors if it's important for the story, but don't do like this. Then Taylor Craven says, get dark-skinned actresses to play dark-skinned roles.
वहीं पर अर्चिशा का कहना है, one day Bollywood will realize dark-skinned people exist and they don't have to put 2 kilos of dark foundation on a fair-skinned actress. One day, do you ever learn?
Anjali says, is it that hard to get a dark-skinned actress for a dark-skinned role? You know, so these are conversations that are happening online and they're very relevant conversations.
Valid questions.
Very valid questions.
लेकिन मनीष यहाँ पर सवाल ये भी आता है कि एक्टर का काम होता है कि वो हर कैरेक्टर में ढल जाए, राइट? फिर उसकी उम्र क्या है या उसका रंग क्या है, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. अगर आप एक्टर हैं तो आपका काम ये है कि आप अपने को छोड़कर कोई और बन जाए. तो अगर हम उसी चीज को, if we are questioning the very fact of that, then what's your take on that?
Well, yes, I do agree on that. I mean, I do agree that it's the job of an actor to be able to very convincingly get into the skin of any character. Now, we have seen, I mean, हम एक Hollywood से मैं आपको एक reference देना चाहता हूँ, where we look at a Meryl Streep, for example. Okay, whether it's prosthetics, whether it is skin color, whether it is character, whether it is behavior, whatever it is, she is so convincing as an actor. And we've seen that with someone like an Amitabh Bachchan also. I mean, from Pa to Saira, his looks have changed and he's been convincing.
Right.
Now, would it be fair to say that don't cast Amitabh Bachchan in Saira because he doesn't actually look like that? I think that's a little unfair. There is some liberty that makeup and prosthetics and clothes give an actor when they actually are performing.
Right.
So, yes, I do agree with that. I do completely agree with that point point of view. But my question is, why is this casting not happening basis your skin color or basis your whatever sexual orientation, gender, whatever
Exactly.
it is?
So like you said, and I will again go back to Hollywood because you gave that example, because you said कि कोई problem नहीं थी अगर actor ढल जाए, लेकिन problem ये है कि जो लोग इस तरह की, and we look at them as drawbacks, अगर इस drawback के साथ आते, they would have not been casted. Like for example in Hollywood, the reason ये question उठता है कि American actors को ही हर किसी तरह की story में क्यों रखा जाता है? If it's a story that is about black people, if it is about Asian people, then why are white actors being casted? And that is only why I think the conversation has again started because बाकी लोगों को मौका नहीं मिलता है. There's not enough representation. And I think the question here is there enough representation of dark people or old people in Bollywood is why people are questioning Bhumi Pednekar's casting.
I think that yes, okay, that question may be relevant, but I also do feel like there are enough people who are still doing work. Whether they're doing commercially big work, that is the question. And that is the point that I'm trying to make over here. Yes, ethically, yes, morally, all of these things in an idealistic world, these things shouldn't be happening. But the reason why it's happening is only because of commercial value of an actor. We can go back to Ayushmann Khurrana's look यहाँ पर, जहाँ पर वो एक bald character का किरदार निभा रहे हैं, जहाँ पर वो actually he's supposed to be bald. Now, ideally, what should have happened is that या तो तुम एक bald आदमी को cast करो, या फिर अगर आयुष्मान को cast कर रहे then shave his head, बकायदा उनका सर शेव कर दो so that he actually looks authentically bald. Here they've used prosthetics, which is what the liberty we have in filmmaking, the ability to create something that is actually not real, which is why you can cast an Ayushmann Khurrana in a role like this. Now, why is an Ayushmann Khurrana cast like in a character like this? Because he brings a certain draw of the audience. He has a commercial viability, which is what at the end of the day filmmaking is about. It's about a business. It's about how many people actually come to the theater and watch it and how big the film actually is, successful or not.
So the point is that everything boils down that how big the movie is going to be and how big the pull is. I think the problem starts from there because, like you said, Ayushmann didn't become a bankable star overnight.
Yes.
Yeah, for that he had to be given the representation.
Correct.
Are we giving enough representation to dark-skinned or old people is where I come back to, because how does one become commercial when they don't even get a chance to be casted in a movie in the first place?
Right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against, I'm all for dark-skinned people and all for, I on this show, I have volleyed for Neena Gupta ji and for Soni Razdan Singh. They should have been cast in the roles of, the two girls in the film Saan Ki Aankh. But I'm just trying to say that there is a commercial aspect that's involved with filmmaking, and we cannot ignore it on the basis of saying that we're trying to create this authentic art and we're trying to create all these things. Yes, we are trying to do that, but at the same time, we cannot ignore the fact that this is a business. There is a certain saleability of an actor, whether light skin or dark skin or young or old, that is irrespective. As long as the actor is sellable, the actor can pull off a certain role, why not cast them? और हमने तो अभी तक फिल्म देखी भी नहीं है, हम तो prematurely ऐसे बात कर रहे हैं as though they haven't pulled off the character. But yes, if the makeup is done authentically, yes, if the prosthetics are great, then there is no question about it. More power to them.
Right, which is why it brings us back to the question, do you think there could have been any other actor that could have been casted in their role, or are you happy with what they have done with Ayushmann Khurrana and Bhumi Pednekar? Join the conversations, use the hashtag down below.
Watch Planet Bollywood from Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. only on Zoom.